So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again, 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 again. Me and my whole crew, we live with no rules. Let's get this started again, again. So if you feel like me too, there's only one thing to do. Let's go. Pay down, call the taxi cab. Got a case in the fridge and a bottle of the cream. Let's all get twisted, double fisting, drink up the resisting. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy NIRA, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to season number 2 of the NIRA Red Bull Cup series. And we are here for race number 24 of the season, and for the Krispy Kreme 400 here tonight for at Chicagoland Speedway. Last time out, it was Christian Russell that won here at Chicagoland. So, can he do the sweep at Chicagoland and lock himself into the Final Four? We just have to wait and see. None of the 8 chasers have clinched their spot into the round of 4, aka the championship round. But it's going to be a good one here tonight at Chicagoland. A wild place, and it's going to be pretty fun here at Chicagoland. So, coming into this race, here is the point standings for the top 8. Quentin Moore is he's the point leader. Roger Way is 13 points back. Bobby Frazier is 15 points back, and then Josh South is 24 points back. But those would be the Final Four as of now. South is in by 1 point, and we mentioned Christian Russell, he's only out by 1 point. Matthew Alford is 6 points out. Angel Oliveira is 12 points out. And then 23 points back is Zachary Delero in 8th. So, for the most part, everyone besides Zachary Delero still has a shot, and that they don't have to win. Zachary Delero is not impossible, but he has to have a great one here tonight. So yeah, 54 laps here for the Krispy Kreme 400, and it's gonna be a really wild one. It's gonna be wild, and there's 3 races left before we crown the season number 2 champion here in the Red Bull Cup series. So with that being said, let's get these 40 engines fired for the Krispy Kreme 400 here for the Red Bull Cup series, race number 24 on the season.
Drivers, start your engines!
And all 40 cars will get moored to life here at Chicagoland Speedway for race number 24 on the season, and for the Krispy Kreme 400. The first time we were here at Chicagoland, like I said, it was Christian Russell. And the number 2 that was able to get the race win. Can he sweep Chicagoland on the season? We just have to wait and see. Here's the top 10 starting positions for tonight's race. Diego Yepes is on the pole, and then our highest chaser, Josh South, in 2nd. Travis Crampton in 3rd. Ben Croucher in 4th. Patrick Smith in 5th. And Andrew Miller in 6th. Trey White in 7th. And Colton Yo in 8th. Bobby Frazier in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is the number 20 of Adam Garcia. and all 40 are still rolling, and we are good to go here at Chicagoland for race number 24 on the season. Diego Yepes, Josh South, the Krispy Kreme from Chicagoland is underway. Let's go in the Windy City. Travis Crampton in the lead at number 1 as they went almost 4 wide back in there, but they keep it straight. These toasts and these toasts are going to be wild all race long. That's going to be one of the big factors here tonight. And it's going to be a lot more grip than it was in the spring because it's fully at night. Unlike it being from day to night. But Travis Crampton, he's had a very consistent season and a consistent year overall in the NIRA. And closing out on the season and the year, only 6 races left of 2019, depending on if Homestead goes out before the end of 2019. But Travis Crampton leading here at Chicagoland, and JTG Dory Racing second and third right now. But here comes Josh South, the highest of the chasers, trying to get underneath the veteran Diego Yepes in the number 47. The outside lane is going to be a very good place to be all race long. If you want to defend your position, that's where you are going to have to be. To a right, looking underneath of Josh South, but let's see if South can get the one on the outside lane, and he does a little bit, still side by side. Mainly 3 and 4 is the way to go for outside lane, but in 1 and 2 the outside lane sucks. Five laps in here in the Krispy Kreme 400 here at Chicagoland, and Ben Crouch is trying to close in on Travis Crampton. 3 chasers, 1, 2, 3 former chasers, I should say, 1, 2, 3 right now here at Chicagoland. But how about Twin White in 4th and Andrew Miller having a strong one here tonight? He's not really had a good season this season, and neither has Patrick Smith. But here comes Noah Clifton inside the top 10 now in the 00. And I'm sorry if I sound a little bit raspy. I'm not getting a cold, but I'm just dealing with some allergies and drainage and stuff, so I might sound a little bit raspy or whatever for these last 5 races on the year. But that's not going to stop me. But right now, Travis Crampton still out front here at Chicagoland. In season number 1, in the Rebel Cup Series, he almost won Chicagoland. But he wasn't able to get the job done. But right now looking awfully strong. There will be 1 pit stop here tonight, but the question is, will it be under green flag conditions, or will it be during a caution? Right now Chevy is just dominant here at Chicagoland. Besides Travis Crampton, 2nd through 7th are all Chevy. Ben Crouch closing in on Travis Crampton. Crampton trying to hold off Crouch and keep the race lead. South trying to run the second lane and 1 and 2 to close in on Trey White. "11 laps in, about a quarter of the way through here at Chicagoland and for the Krispy Kreme 400. Ben Crouch gets a massive run off of turn 2 and is going to try to take the race lead away from Travis Crampton. But can he get the job done? No, he can't. Crampton gets a massive one off of turn number 4, and here comes Trey White and Diego Lopez. 3 right for second now here at Chicagoland. And that's going to allow Josh South to close in on these on these 3. And that's going to allow Travis Crampton to gain on his gap. Oh, that was a close call right there, right when I'm checking on the bet. Kashawn Mitchell almost got turned right in the back of the field. That was close, but they stayed green. Quentin Moore's deep in the field. Matthew Harper's deep in the field. Angel O'Bear's back here. So a lot of chases and Zachary Delano. There's only 3 of them outside the top 20, but Zachary Delano having a pretty good day inside the top 20. Bobby Frazier inside the top 20, and then Roger and Christian Russell also having a good day. But the only chaser inside the top 10 is Josh South in the number 9. About halfway through this fuel one here at Chicagoland. About 29 laps here at Chicagoland. And now Trey White up to 3rd now, while I was looking back through the playoff contenders were, or where they were at. And now these top 3 are gaining away, and that's why the caution is out. Top 3 did not, looks like it's for William Block, Jose Mills, and those 2 might be the only 2 that will involve. So a 2-car crash bring out the first caution of the night here in the Krispy Kreme 400. Tough wait for William Blount and Jose Mills, but that's a big opportunity for the rest of these guys to go ahead and do the pit stop here. And looks like everyone will pit as well. First one on pit road is Travis Crampton in the number 22, but will he leave pit road as the race leader? Some contact on pit road, but looks like we are all good during the pit stop. But who will win the race off of pit road? Everyone's doing 4 tires from the looks of it. But some people got better stop than others. Josh South stuck on pit road. I don't know of what happened to him, but he's stuck on pit road. And he's gonna be the last one to get off the pit road. And the 20 this mirror ends for number 9 as well. A bad pit stop for Josh South in the number 9. So and when we go back lane, there's going to be a JTG Dolly Racing 1, 2, as Travis Crampton lost 5 positions and falls back to 5th. So with that being said, let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here in the Krispy Kreme 400 for the Red Bull Cup Series, season number 2. So this is what happened to Jose Mills and William Block. Going into turn number 3 and 4, William Block just washed up the track, and Jose Mills came down the track a little bit. No one's fault really, and just clipped each other. Tried saving it, but they couldn't, and into the outside wall they went. And there was some close calls for Eli Bright, Chaser Quinton Moore, and Luke Wayne in the number 6. But Jose Mills, he's not had a good season, but William Block, he's had a stellar season. But ever since he got knocked out of the chase, he's not been having so much of good luck. That did not make sense, but just a tough way for William Block and Jose Mills here at Chicagoland. Following along with the 88 of William Block. And then this is what happened to Josh South. Getting onto pit road, he looks like he just hit Travis Wilson in the number 22. Going to his pit spots, misjudged it, and that's what hurt him a lot, as they had to fix the front end. A tough wait for Josh South in the number 9, because he wasn't running inside the top 5 always long. And then coming off of pit road, when they are done fixing it, the 20th Adam Garcia just rams him in the back end. So he's going to have some back end damage as well. But it shouldn't be too bad since it wasn't a big hit. But the tough wait for Josh South in the number 9 here at Chicagoland. Welcome back here at Chicagoland for the Krispy Kreme 400. We are going to go back on lap number 22 at the line, and it will be a JTG Dolly Racing 1-2 on this restart of Diego Yepes and Ben Crouch to right in 3rd, Noah Clifton in 4th, and Travis Crampton in 5th. Coutinho in 6th, Wyatt Walker in 7th, Carl Friedson in 8th, Ace Garcia in 9th, and Patrick Smith in 10th. No one is out from that crash, and we are set to go back green for the Krispy Kreme 400 at Chicagoland. A great restart for Trey White in the number 15, already going for 2nd place on Ben Crouch, and he might get by the 47 here soon. A great restart from Trey White. Needed contact between Clifton and Crampton there, but they keep it straight. But once in the outside lane off of turn 3 and 4, makes it really hard to pass someone off of 4. And it's still Crouch in 2nd. And Eli Bright's on pit road, so a flat tire, it looks like, for Eli Bright, or some kind of mechanical issue tough before that number 3 team. But for Josh South, right next to the number 20 of Adam Garcia, the one that ran them in the back end, trying to make his way up through the field again in that number 9. But here comes Trey White once again. But here comes Noah Clifton trying to make it 3 wide for second. Diego Lopez is absolutely gone, but what a move. 3 wide through the middle goes Noah Clifton in the number 00. One move and Travis Crampton might do the same thing. Not quite. Oh, there they go! Travis Crampton just turned Trey White into Ben Crouch. And Nathan Fade nowhere to go into the 37. That was a huge hit. But Travis Crampton just turned Trey White into Ben Crouch into turn in turn number 2, and the Nathan Fan just had nowhere to go in the number 95. Couldn't see a single thing. Wow. Caution number 2 is out here at Chicagoland and for the Krispy Kreme 400, and Ben Crouch from running second all night long to done here at Chicagoland. Tough break for Ben Crouch in the number 37. But now that's going to allow everyone to pit once again and get 4 more fresh tires. Let's see what happens this time here on pit road when we have any more contact from one of the chasers. And there's teammates, Angel Bell and Carl Friesen make contact back there. About midway through the field, looks like, oh no, Clifton and Adam Garcia make contact. And looks like it's going to be a clean stop for South this time, but lots of contact all over the place on pit road. Looks like just a gas and go for everyone this time. And it's going to be Patrick Smith, Season 1 champion, is going to lead us back to the green. Actually, yeah, he's going to lead us back to the green in the number 10, I do believe. And a big shakeup. Actually, no, I think it might be the 47. I'm not too sure. But either way, let's see what happened that brought out the second caution of the night here in the Krispy Kreme 400 in season number 2 of the Rebel Cup Series, race number 24. Here we go. This is what happened that brought out the second caution of the night here at Chicagoland going into turn number 1. Ben Crouch got a little bit up the racetrack, got a little bit tight, and then Travis Crampton just hooked Ben Crouch, and then Ben Crouch hooked Trey White, and Trey White hauled into the outside wall, and then Ben Crouch nowhere to go but up the track as well. And then once again everyone got by until Nathan Faden in the number 95. He couldn't see anything but smoke. Got by the 15, but nowhere to go into the 37 of Ben Crouch. And just a tough break for the 95, the 37, and the number 15 here at Chicagoland. Here we go, following along with the 37 of Ben Crouch. And on board with the number 95 of Nathan Faden. Welcome back here at Chicagoland for race number 24 on the season for the Red Bull Cup Series. 2 cautions halfway through, and the first race at Chicagoland we only had 1 the entire race. The only 3 cars that are out are pretty obvious from the last crash. Ben Crouch to the right, and Nathan Stapleton. Patrick Smith really is back to the green. Eli Bright is on the tail end of the lead lap. Back green here at Chicagoland in the Krispy Kreme 400. Here comes Carter Friesen in the number 19. Looks like he has a little bit of right side damage, but not too bad for the number 19. Patrick Smith will lead the first lap on the restart. And now here comes Ryan Walker trying to get underneath the number 19 of Carter Friesen and get by. And he anti-will. And here comes Diego Lopez in the number 47. Trying to take second away from Ryan Walker, but can't make it stick. Patrick Smith, he's not had a good season whatsoever, but wouldn't this be something to get his second win on the season here tonight? And looks like someone spun. It might have been the 21 again. Might have to check that at the end of the race or something, but oh, never mind, we don't have to check it at the end of the race. They are crashing once again. And it's Chaser Quentin Moore in the 96 involved. Angel of Vale is involved. Tyler Fink involved. Ryan Kendall. Sebastian Kukulon. Elijah Gordon. I forgot to mention that Elijah Gordon is driving the one for the last 3 races on the season. But Elijah Gordon, Josephine O'Neill, Luke Rainey, Adam Garcia, Angel Vera. The big one in turn number 3 and 4, and the third caution of the night is out here at Chicagoland. Holy smokes. And to think we only had one caution the first race here at Chicagoland, and now already 3 cautions here tonight. And a big one as well. So with that being said, let's see what happened that brought out the third caution of the night here for the Rebel Cup Series and for the Krispy Kreme 400. Here we go, this is what happened. They almost went 4 wide here at Chicagoland. Lily Hagan got the corner panel of Tyler Fink in the number 72, and up the track they went. And into Elijah Gordon, and went flying. Tyler Fink did a barrel roll. Kukulon nowhere to go. Elijah Gordon got air, not once but twice. Angel Vale got involved. Ryan Kendall got ramped in the back end by Quentin Moore, and he got air. And then Adam Garcia, Josephine O'Neill, and Luke Ray just had nowhere to go. The big one off of turn number 4 here at Chicagoland. Following along with the 72 of Tyler Fink. Next, we are going to follow along with Elijah Gordon in the number 1. And then on board with the number 96 of Quentin Moore. And then this is what happened to the 21 of Jose Mills. Clipped the 96 man down the track, and then William Block once again turned the number 21 of Jose Mills. Second time this race, but he just did a 360 and saved it, and that did not bring out a caution. here at Chicagoland. Welcome back here at Chicagoland for race number 24 on the season for the Red Bull Cup Series. And we are going to go back going on lap number 38 here at Chicagoland. And here all of the cars that are out now after that one. Ryan Kendall, Sebastian Kukulon, Quentin Moore, Josephine O'Neill, Elijah Gordon, and Luke Rainey. It will be Patrick Smith and Wyatt Walker Williams back to the green. Back green on lap number 38 here at Chicagoland. Carl Friesen gets a great restart this time. It seems like the third person on the restart gets a great restart. But let's see if we can stay green for the rest of the race. Been a caution. It's been a wet fest here tonight at Chicagoland. And I don't know, we might not be done crashing yet. But Patrick Smith, the season #1 champion, he hasn't won all the way, well, he hasn't won since Phoenix in the spring, which is the next race next time out in the Red Bull Cup Series. So maybe he can sweep sweep Phoenix, but he might have a shot at winning this race here tonight as well. But Carl Friesen in the number 19, he hasn't had a good season at all this year, trying to get a win here tonight. But here comes Diego Yepes making his way back up to the front, and Matthew Paul in the number 42. And watch out, here comes Travis Swampton, the dominant car early on in this race. He's starting to work his way through this field and now inside the top 10. 14 laps to go, this time by here at Chicagoland. The highest playoff contender is not until you get to Zachary Toledo in 9th. So not really a good night for the playoff contenders right now here at Chicagoland. And we talked at the beginning of the race, but he needs some good luck tonight. And he got it, that's for sure. Friesen starting to close in on the number 10 of Patrick Smith, but Friesen, he does have a little bit of damage, so that's slowing him down ever so slightly. But probably not as much as I think it is. Yeah, Angel Rivera, he has some damage, some hood buckle, so that's gonna hurt him. And oh my god! The 43 almost got turned right in front of two championship contenders in the 21, but they keep it straight. Most of the playoff contenders are not having a good night here tonight at Chicagoland. Heck, even if you can just survive this race, that will be a victory. Crampton 3 right through the middle here at Chicagoland. Aggressive move, trying to make his way up to this field. And now Stulos going to Eli Bright, trying to get his lap back in the number 3. And cautions out for the 4th time tonight. William Block is involved in his 3rd crash of the night. In the 2nd caution, Matthew Hartford is destroyed and Bobby Fraser is involved. And Eli Bright got his lap back in the number 3. Wow. But the 4th caution here tonight at Chicagoland. This might be the most we've had all season. And yet 2 more championship contenders all involved. Bobby Fraser and Matthew Hartford. Hartford is done. Oh my goodness. William Block involved in his 3rd crash of the night and 2nd caution in the 2nd crash that he's involved to bring out the caution. Windmill at end, tell you what. Oh man, this is gonna shake everything up here in the Red Bull Cup Series going into Phoenix next time out to decide who the Final Four will be. But no one else is going on to pit road. And let's go ahead and see what happened that blocked the fourth caution the other night here for the Krispy Kreme 400 here in the Red Bull Cup Series season number 2. Here we go. This is what happened to bring out the fourth caution of the night here at Chicagoland. Playoff contender Matthew Hartford just blew up coming off of the tri-oval. Kaboom, there it went. And then Kashawn Richardson, he had nowhere to go but gained into the corner panel of Hartford. And down on the apron they went. And nowhere to go but up the track. And this is when some big hits happened. William blocking the number 88. Nowhere to go. Bam! Huge hit for Matthew Hartford. And then the 32 also involved. That's the 5th or 6th chaser that's involved here tonight. There's not too many playoff contenders that I don't think have had an issue so far. But a tough break for all of these drivers to bring out the fourth caution of the night here at Chicagoland. Here we go, following along with the 11 of Matthew Hartford. Welcome back here at Chicagoland Speedway, and we are set to go racing for 6 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Matthew Hartford, William Blott are the only 2 cars out from that one. And then Bobby Frazier is trapped 1 lap down now. So, only 6 laps left. If we get a caution, the race will be over now at this point. Patrick Smith in the number 10 will lead us back to the green flag. Back green here at Chicagoland. Horse Racing 1-2 right now here at Chicagoland, and you saw some chases behind them as Gilletto almost got turned. The only 3 chases that have not had problems tonight have been Roger Ray, Zachary Gilletto, and Christian Russell. 5 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Here comes Wyatt Walker in the number 14, going for the race lead on his teammate in Patrick Smith. But he got a massive one on the outside lane. Here comes Diego Yepes and Travis Crampton running their way back up to the front. 2 of the dominant close up all race long. Actually, the big 3 this race have been Travis Crampton, Diego Yepes, and late in this race, Patrick Smith. 4 laps to go. If we crash now, the race will be over. Three wide goes Yepes, but he can't make it stick. Can anyone close in on Patrick Smith in the number 10? Walker into the outside wall. 3 laps to go at Chicagoland, and there's still 3 wide for second. Tall's back in the mix. Stapleton, where did he come from? He's up front. Russell as well. And now Diego Yepes starting to close in on Patrick Smith in the number 10. He's going to have 2 laps to catch up to him and pass him. 2 laps to go, 3 miles left here in the Krispy Kreme 400. Can Diego Yepes catch up to Patrick Smith in the number 10? Both these drivers trying to get their second win on the season. Yepes got a massive one in 3 and 4 though, all over the back bumper. White flag, final lap here at Chicagoland. Who's going to get the win? Here comes Yepes, here comes White Walker, 3 wide for the race lead. Can't make a stick, but here comes Yepes. Will we see a last lap pass? It's Yepes versus the season 1 champion Patrick Smith. And Patrick Smith cannot get the one on the back stretch. Diego Yepes, he won the summer race at Daytona, and now he will win a wild Krispy Kreme 400 here at Chicagoland, and gets the second win on the season. Wow, what a race. What a wreck fest, but overall a crazy race here at Chicagoland. Patrick Smith gets second, Wyatt Walker in third, Travis Crampton in fourth, and Massenthal in fifth. But Diego Yepes, second win on the season for that number 17. Had a great car all night long, started on the pole, and he gets the win. But he had to earn it, though that's for dang sure. So, here is the finishing results here at Chicagoland. Yepes in first, Smith second, Walker third, Crampton fourth, and Tall fifth, Friesen sixth, Ace Garcia seventh, Nathan Stapleton in eighth, Marjay Bishop in ninth, and Colton Young in 10th, Christian Russell in 11th, Thompson 12th, a great one for him, DeLello in 13th, Way 14th, Miller 15th, Southett 16th, Vargas 17th, South 18th, Andrews 19th, and Davidson 20th, Noah Clifton 21st, Eli Bright 22nd, Keshawn Richardson 23rd, Haken 24th, Mills 25th, Oveo 26th, Fink 27th, and Adam Garcia and last out the guys that finished on the lead lap in 28th. Bobby Fraser, the only car that finished one lap down, in 29th, and then Hartford, Watt, Warren, Rainey, O'Neill, Moore, Pinklon, Kendall, Crouch, White, and Faden all DNF'd here tonight at Chicagoland and in the Krispy Kreme 400. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching here for a wild Krispy Kreme 400 here at Chicagoland. Much more crazy than the first one early on this year, but that was a blast, and it's gonna be fun these next two races in the Red Bull Cup Series. So thank you guys so much for watching here for the season number 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series and for the Krispy Kreme 400. Congratulations to Diego Yepes on getting his second win on the season. And with that being said, here are the points, the playoff points, the regular season, not the regular season, but the full point standings, and the Rookie of the Year, and the runouts for Diego Yepes from Chicagoland. Until next time out, for both the Napa IndyCar Series and the Red Bull Cup Series from Phoenix International Raceway, or ISM, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it Phoenix, because we're going to be using the 2011 version. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm NS Racing 42, aka Nathan Stapleton. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!